Hello, my name is Tom. I will be doing my MPA3 today. I'll be doing five different reading areas, narrating only the first 5 fields of view of reading area 1 with a swimming lane approach starting in the upper left. My dilution today is a 1:5, and this is compost. And my digital camera field of view is 200 by 300. And that's micrometers. That's what you're seeing today on the screen. My 400x is dialed in, and I'm shadowing. And I have my handy chart to keep things very organized for recording and inputting into SMAP, and also having a backup record. So I'm going to be moving into the upper left at this time to begin reading area 1, field of view 1. And it appears that I'm a little bright. Just had auto exposure on. Give me 1 second here. That looks pretty good. Okay. So reading area 1, field of view 1, I do not see anything to record at all. Oh wait, Actino. That's Actino right here. See that little hair? And that is, I believe, about a 0.1. Just verify. I have my string here. So it is indeed a 0.1. So that's 0.1 for Actino on field of view 1. Moving on to field of view 2. Seems to be some little bit of debris on the top of my cover slip. I must not have cleaned it appropriately. Get this. Hello, this is Tom. Hey man, how are you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm actually in the meeting right now. Can I give you a call back in about 40 minutes? Okay, thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Okay. Nothing to record. No flagellates, no amoeba. That is possibly a piece of actinobacteria, but I don't see enough of it to really be positive. So we're going to count that as organic matter, and we're going to move forward. No flagellates kicking around, bumbling around that I can see. Top of the frame going down. So we're going to put a big old NA on that one. And moving on to field of view number 3 for reading area 1. I see just a hint of filament in the top. Let's see if I can get a, there we are. I'm going to record that as filament. That does look like, let me see, make sure that end. That looks like a brittle break on the end, and possible septa right here, where you see that dark band. So that, with that in mind, I believe that could be that's a 0.075. 0.075, and we're looking at, that is approximately 1 micrometer. It looks like maybe 1.5. If I use this bacteria right here, I'm going to go with 1. All right, so we're going to go 1 micrometer. And that is a fungi, and tan is the color. Let me check out this mass in the middle. Thought I saw a flagellate there, but no, did not. This looks, the end of that looks kind of smushed. I can't really make out if that is filament or organic matter. It does resemble filament, but because I can't make the ends out, I don't see septa. It's vertical in the column, so it's very hard to focus to get any information. So I'm going to move on from that. That is some actinobacteria, though. I see that. There's one right here. So that hair, we're going to go with, I want to say 1.5. And just to verify, what do we got? Again, it's vertical. I want to say, I'm going to put 0.1. Yeah, I know it's a little more than 1, maybe just a hair off, but the physical reading area, the filament itself that I'm seeing is approximately 0.1. And I'm not sure how far down it goes or if the bottom of it is, yeah, I'm just going to put 0.1 for actino here. All right. No bumbling that I can see. I don't see any amoebas, so we're moving forward. This is reading area 1, field of view 3. Looks like we might have a little actino down here. And that's about, say a 1.5, or 0.15 rather, actino. Make sure there's no more that I can just add together. No, so we're going to go with a 0.15. Yeah, 0.15. Not seeing any flagellates or, oh, I got an amoeba. I see the circle right here, and that is definitely a early evolution amoeba. Not very ornate or evolved, I don't think. So, but that definitely looks like a round protoplasm type, like clearness to it, a little ball in there, like a little organism. So I'm going to record that. What's that at the top? Possibly a flagellate, but if it is, it's dead. It's not moving. Not very modal, so we won't count that. I can't see any flagella. All right, but I am not convinced that this is not an amoeba. I think that is. So I'm going to record that because I see that round ball inside the shell and it has a flat spot for an opening. And it looks like morphologies I've seen in the Amoeba Atlas. So I'm going with it. One amoeba. And moving forward here. Don't see anything else to record. Next frame. All right, number 5, field of view 5, reading area 1. I see just a smidge of actino right here. I believe this is another fragment here. And the two of them together, that's a 0.05. This is a 0.05, so we're going to call that a 0.1. Possibly an amoeba here, but it's inorganic matter. So I can't really make it out. It does appear to be a flat spot here. That's too hard to tell. Yeah, we're not going to count that. So that is a 0.1 for actino. All right, from this point on, I don't have to narrate, but again, it's hard to keep my mouth shut when I'm doing this, so I will do my best. But to limit time, I'm going to try not to speak. This is reading area 1 for a reading area 2, field of view 1. What's that in the top? Some debris. So should have cleaned my cover slip better. Points off on me for that, I'm sure. No bumbling. Don't see any actino or fungi, no filaments in general. You see a filament-like piece here, but there's not enough information to record. So, I got a little piece of fungi right here. Got it in the corner, almost missed it. Those are definitely 90 degrees, good breaks on the end. It appears to be the same diameter as before. It's about a half. So I'm gonna say 0.05 for filament. 5, and that is, it's looking like about a 1. Again, I'm gonna say 1.5. I'm gonna do 1.5 on that one. It's close to 1, I'll say that. So fungi, and it's a 10. Alrighty here. I don't see any more actino. So moving on here. Reading area number 2. Ooh, that's a great football right there. That's a mycorrhizal spore. Beautiful football. All right, so we have a little bit of what looks like actinofilament in there. I'm getting about a 0.1. I want to say 1.5. It's a 0.05 or 0.15. So yes, 0.15 actino there. At the bottom here, I think I forgot to use my pointer on the previous one. Okay, but anyway, the two of them together, this is 0.15. This should be about the same. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with a 3 for actino. And there may be just a hair right here, actually. That's about a 0.05. So that's a 3.35. 0.35 is what I'm getting. That is number 2. All right. Oh, did I miss a little? I did. I missed a little piece right here. Sure did. That's hard to see. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but that is definitely actinobacteria right there. So that is another, I want to say 0.075. 0.075. Right. But there are no filaments other than that. Okay, so moving forward, that was 2. Go to 3 now. I see some actino right here. And it's got a big S to it. It's coming around and it comes up right here. So that's a tough one to measure, but I'm going to say it's about I want to say 1.75, so 0.175 for actino for right there. Yep. This is number 3. So it's a 0.175. There's a little more right here. You see the dots within the filament, so that's definitely actino. So that would be 0.75, and that looks like about a point. That's again a 0.075. So that 3/4 plus 3/4 would be 1.5. So that'd be 2.5. 2.5 total, I think, is where we're at now. So the two, let me just measure it, make sure here. Yep, we're looking like about a 0.25 for actino in this field. Not seeing, oh, there's a piece right up top too. And that is about another 0.075. So 0.075, okay. All right, I think that's about it for this field of view. Don't see any more bobbling. So, moving on here. That hole right here in the top of this makes it look like it might be an arsula, but that's not an opening, I don't think. Not sure what that is, so we're going to call that organic matter. It's definitely not a filament. That's what we measure here. Not seeing flagellants bobble around. Here's just the littlest bit of actino right here. It's about looks like a 0.075. Again, so we're at 4.075. Looking good, looking good. All right, oh, there's a little bit more. No, actually, that's organic matter. Okay, looks good then. Let me make sure there's nothing at the top of these organic matter clusters here, aggregations. Oh, that's pretty hard to make out. I'm not sure, not certain. So, okay, that is 4. So we're gonna go to 5. And see Sabactino right here. It's being 0.1. Appears to be a little bit more right here. So I'm going to do a 0.15 total. Oh, there's some actino right here in the top. 5, that would be a point. It's a little more than 1. And that's right at 1. So 0.15, 0.25, 0.356, I want to say. Let's say 0.356. This is for 5, so 0.356. Okay. It looks like there's an amoeba under this aggregation here, but I can't see the organism, so I'm not allowed to count it, unfortunately. But it does appear to be something further up. Nope, I thought it was, but that looks like it's attached to some organic matter, so I can't count it. Not sure what that is. Doesn't look like filament. Okay, moving on. Oh, let me go back down. Just so keep things consistent. Here we are. Alrighty, moving on here down to reading area 3. Right there should be about 3. And let's do there for 1. Field of view 1. Dum, dum, dum. Not sure. That looks uniform. That does look like uniform filament. I'm going to count that as actino. Can't see the ends of it, but I can. I mean, it's uniform, so that's a 0.075. There's another hair down here. That's another 0.075, so that's 1.5, or 0.15 rather. Organic matter down there. Possible filament right here in the top. So let me go ahead and record 0.15 for actino. And I'm going to move up just a hair so I can see if that is a filament. No, it is not a filament. Okay, so we're moving on. See a little actino right here, that hair. So that it goes all the way to there, I believe. That looks like about a 1.75, 0.175 rather. There's another piece down here. 5, I'm gonna say that's 0.05. And that's organic matter, it looks like. Not seeing anything else, so again, 0.175. And this isn't clear enough to count, so I'm going to count that as organic matter. So this one, however, that is, I'm going to say that's about a 0.05. It's a little bit, 0.75. Okay, so we're already at 1.75, so that would be 2.5, so 0.25. So 0.25 for actino. Not seeing any amoeba, don't see any flagellates bobbling around. Go to the top, go to the bottom, nothing. So moving forward. Gotta keep rolling. 30 minutes, that's just crazy. All right. Ooh, ooh, got a cercozoa. Cercozoa amoeba right there. Boy, it's faint, but he is right there. Beautiful. Beautiful amoeba. So that's going down as one. Amoeba, amoeba, amoeba. Beautiful. Oh, is that an amoeba too? It looks like a shell, but I don't see the organism in it. It's got a fold in it too. If it's in there, he's tiny. That could be it in the corner. That's such a small testate. I'm gonna count it because that is a small round object that could be the tiny testate in there. So we're gonna go with 2 amoebas on that one. It's possible that there's another cercozoa. I can't make that one out. This one's moving around. Well, it's bobbling anyway. It has motility. It could be environmental vibrations, but that definitely looks like a cercozoa, and that looks like a tiny one. I don't want to press my luck. They should be about that size, is my understanding. So I'm going to roll with that one until my mentor tells me otherwise, probably after he sees this video. All righty. Let's see. So moving on here. This is splitting. I'm not sure. That does not look like fungi to me, so we will not be counting that. It does down here. It has a resemblance to filament. If it is, it would be actino. But it's just, I see that as more likely organic matter. This is pointed anyway. And that's one of our rules. We can't have pointed filament. They don't do that. They do not taper. Not to that extent anyway. They do actually taper, but not like a insect leg. Ooh, what do we got here? Looks like some good fungi. That's a brittle break. That's a brittle break. I see. It would be an old fungi probably if it was. It looks very traumatized. That does not, I can't make out the opposite end very well. And it looks a lot smaller than it does at the top. I can't count that. That doesn't follow the rules, so not, oh, this one, is this though? No. No. I think what happened is this is older, a sample that's about a week old in the bag that was sent to me by the local compost company. So I think a lot of this is fungi that was broken up and is now dying. That does look like fungi to me, but because it looks like it's dead, we're not supposed to record it. And that possibly could be as well. But again, there's just not enough to go on. Not enough to go on, I'm sorry. I want to record you, especially this one, because that end definitely looks like a filament break, but it just, you know, are these septa or is this like organic matter I'm looking at? I don't know. Don't know, so move on. Don't waste time. Okay, so that would be 4. Man, I want to count that. I think I'm going to count it as actino, because actino does look like that. So 1, 2, count it as a 0.3. That looks too much like filament to not count it, even though it's got that one little point at the end. The segments themselves are uniformed. So these segments in here are uniform. This is the only point that's smaller. I'm thinking that that's filament. That meets at least that requirement. So all the way to the top, it looks like just a pinch here. And it looks like about the same filament, so that actually makes me feel a little better. So I'll go ahead and count that. That would be 0.05. Brittle breaks with a septa in the center. I want to count that, but I see too much texture. It's got texture in there. So no, not doing it. Okay, moving on to word number 5. Oh, there we go. There we go. Some fungi. Excellent. That is good fungi. Well, not great fungi, but it's beneficial. We'll put it that way. At least it appears so. Oh, it does have a pinch though. Uh-oh. You see right there where the branches off the main septa. There's a pinch at the base. That is an indication of possible rhizoctonia, but this filament actually is pretty light, so it could be in that regard. But we need at least a few different branches so that we can see that base to verify. And I only have one, so I'm not sure if I should put possible rhizoctonia, tell the client and worry him, or should I just let it go until I see more? So at this point, we're moving forward here because this is an exam. So I'm seeing right there. Oh. I'm going to say about a 0.8, and plus that little piece coming off the side here would be a 0.9. So we're going to go with 9.9 on that one. And that looks like about, I want to say 2, 1.5 actually. If I use this bacteria, it's a 1.5. And that's a fungi and 10. Okay. Excellent. Thank you for joining me for that reading. That was exciting. Again, a possible cercozoa, but it's smaller than it's supposed to be, I believe. So we will refrain because it could be a protozoa cyst. But that looks like more like a cercozoa. I got to get clarification on that from my mentor. I mean, it doesn't look modal like the other one. At least the other one's kind of moving around a little bit. I don't think it is. No, that one's not. Okay, so all the way to the top of the organic matter, all the way back down. And no amoebas, no protozoas, nothing in the bottom down there. So moving on. And that was 5, so we're going over to here. Moving right along today. Nothing to record that I can see. So, okay. Moving on. Like a little actinobacteria right here. Looks like 0.05. Rounded tip, so not filament. Not uniform. So we are moving on here. That's a 0.05 for actino. Okay. Middle, we're on 3. Field of view 3. Reading area 4. Looks like a little bit of actino right here. It does appear to go through the other side to right here. So I'm going to call that a 1. That's 0.1. Oops, some actino right here. That is what's about a 1, 2. So we'll just say 0.2. Okay, 0.2 actino. Nothing else to record that I see. So we are moving forward yet again. Number 4. Oop. Oh, see some right here, a little actino. You see, just first glance, no flagellates bobbling around. Possibly some filament here. It's like a little more actino right there. Oops, gas cercozoa right there. Got him. All right, I don't see anything else. So I'm just going to record the actino and move on. It seems we have a 1. And that would be a 1.5, so that would be a 2.5, 0.25. So 0.25 is what I'm putting down here. All right. See any flagellates moving? No amoebas, no more amoebas. So this filament, possible filament here, it's got something clear coming out of the end of it right here, pointing downward. I'm not confident that's a filament. I mean, it does look like one, with the exception of that. So that is odd. We're going to move forward on that one. 5. It's organic matter. It looks like it's got a bunch at the end of it. Does not look like uniform filament. That does not look like uniform filament. This looks like a cyst. You can see there's something in it. So it's not like the cercozoas where the insides look milky and moving. So moving forward here. And that was 5. So we're going, that was field of view 5, reading area 4. So we're moving down to reading area 5, field of view 1. Ooh, yay, fungi. Ooh, and amoeba. Excellent. So we got fungi right here. That's a 0.1. And I'm going to call it again a 1.5. These are all small fungi. Yeah, at most it could be a 2, but I'm thinking 1.5. Fungi, and that's a brown. That's got a good brown color to it. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and record this test date amoeba. So there's actino. Right here, it comes down and goes over to here. So that's about I want to say 1.75. So 0.175 for actino. Okay. Flagellate. Got me a flagellate right there. You see him right here. Where's he at? He's moving. There he is. He's on the top. That is 110% flagellate. Bada boom. Flaggy. And that is number 1. Alrighty. Ooh, we got some actino in the bottom too. We got big old hair. We got about let's say it's actually 1.075 or 0.175 is what it should be. And that is number 1. So okay. Okay. I think this is actually a small piece of actino as well. Or is that, wait a minute, did I already count that? I don't see another piece, and yep, I've already counted that. There's one down there and one up here, so that makes for 2. Excellent. So moving forward here, unless that is fungi here. No, that looks, if it is, it could be fungi actually. Possible septum there, but it's not, it's all bumpy and broken, or it looks very textured. Fungi are not textured like that, so we're moving forward. Okay, so it's a lot to read right there. Excellent. Number 2. Ooh, got another fungi right there. Good brittle brick at the top, 90 at the bottom. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing with my hand, not my. It's right there, and that would be 0.1. That would be a 2. That's definitely a bigger one. It's almost like a 2.5. I'm gonna say 2.5. I don't see any bobbling. Ooh, is that a test date? I can't tell. It's possible. It's hard to make out though. I can't really tell if that's a test date, so can't count it. But this looks like actino to me. Going up there, and just I'm gonna call that a 0.1. There's some more right here. What's visible is about a 0.05. And there, no, that looks like a cyst or a spore. That doesn't though. That's a cercozoa. So that is another one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nothing else to record that I can find. We have fungi, and there. I know there's some actino in here. No, I saw it. Oh yeah, so what's that? That's a 1, and then about a point. That's a 1.15. Yeah, 0.15. 3. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. That might be a bad fungi. Bad fungal spore. Not looking promising on that one. So it's a little actino right here, I think. Okay. Some fungi. Is that a 0.1? Again, I'm thinking that is 2. It's like 2 micrometers to me. Fungi and brown. That's a good brown. Okay, 3. No flagellates. No more amoeba. No more actino. Okay. Not seeing anything to record here, unfortunately. Okay. Moving on. Just make sure one last time. Oh. There's a long hair. There's a hair right here. It goes right like this. I'm going to put a 0.05 down for actino. Okay. Some good fungi down there. It's about a 1.5, so 0.15. And that looks like about say a 2. Ooh, what's that? Is that a flagellate? Oh. I saw one moving up. But that filament looks like about a 2. Actually, it might be 2.5, but I'm going to leave it as 2. Fungi, that is brown. Yeah, it's 1.5. Okay. That's an amoeba. So we got one amoeba. And that's what I got, guys. And that's the last reading area, last field of view. So I really appreciate you guys joining me today for our adventure all the way to the top of the column and down again. Yeah, all right, guys. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it to whoever is grading my MPA3. So I hope you're having a wonderful day, and happy holidays. Thank you.